Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the June reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, I may be describing you or the person you're dealing with, so again, apply it to the people involved, who's who, what's what, etc., etc. If it doesn't apply, we'll try again next time. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. And if you can't afford a personal reading, but feel like I help you out in some way, would like to support the channel, donations are also greatly appreciated. And how to do that, you can also find in the description box below. Now, I tried to switch things up a little bit, just so again we don't get bored. This top row is what you're going to be dealing with in the month of June. And each one of these is a clarifier. And then this is the why it's happening. This is what you're thinking, feeling, or doing about it, or want to do about it. This is advice for you. And this is what the higher message involved is. And of course, we'll clarify if need be. These are actually, the bottom one is the card, and these are the clarifiers of each card for this, but we'll clarify more if we need to. Right away, I was like, Jesus. Just because this bottom row and this card here, and then hidden enemy here and deception here. And this is some stuff's going down for Cancer this month, for sure. I mean, each one of these reverse, it all deals about manipulation and deception and one-upmanship and like hiding things and deceptions and just oof. It's going to be a month of something for Cancer. Now, the first card you have here is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is all about, spiritual opportunity, an offer being made, or wanting to make an offer. It's a wand with the little buds on it. It shows that it's something that's still flowering or growing or developing. Again, an idea or an offer. Again, a new opportunity. Material and spiritual progress and balance. Promise or opportunities to come. Opportunities to come. It's a sign to go for it. Inspiration, enthusiasm, creativity, passion, the first steps, again, because it's the ace. It's encouragement to follow your instincts and gut feelings. It's a time to act and not delay. It's a breakthrough or feeling inspired, again, an idea or a passion involving love. Potential to make dreams a reality, an opportunity that has great promise, but it's up to you to nurture it. It's also about feeling restless or uncertainty on how to proceed. Again, having the idea but not sure of how to implement it. Find a way to use this energy to set you up for the long term. And why are we having this idea or inspiration? Or an opportunity that we're wanting to create for ourselves. It's because the King of Cups in reverse. So if the King of Cups in reverse is you, an aspect of yourself, or again, someone that you're dealing with. And again, the kings and queens, it could be whatever gender. Doesn't always have to be the gender that's on the card. And again, the King of Cups in reverse, speaks about emotional manipulation, moodiness, volatility, a need to control one's emotional state. Again, if we're drowning our sorrows and stuff, to mask the pain. We're getting tired of that. We're wanting to manifest something new. It's also someone who can be incredibly emotionally controlling and manipulative, toxic, moody, sulky. Someone who, again, is withdrawing, again, in depression. Can be vindictive, vengeful, punishes through emotional manipulation, emotional blackmail to push their own agendas, leaves you feeling uncertain about yourself as if you're the problem, not him or her, whoever. And this also can mean, behaviors that we are embodying. Have we been, manipulative? Were we depressed, reflecting on our lies and deceptions, pushing our own agendas and having it backfire on us again, or this is somebody that you were dealing with, not realizing the problem is us, finding that inspiration, that aha moments of self-reflection, again, of our own, if this is us, negative behaviors. It's also feeling uncertain about yourself. Again, depression, low morale, negative self-talk, creating instability within yourself. So you're trying to find inspiration to get yourself out of the funk. If it's a past person, you're still needing to work on releasing yourself from their controlling forces. Again, if you're dealing with someone who's manipulative, could have been embodying narcissistic traits or was a genuine narcissist. So again, might need some realizations in regards to that. Again, or if you were behaving that way. Needing to release yourself from that. Find some inspiration to become an honest person. Someone who it's also codependency. Again, struggling with self-deception or deceptions of others. With deceiving other people, being in codependent situations. It's also confused about our emotions and love, what to do, trying to figure out again what to do. And why are we having this, again, newfound passion or idea or something we're wanting to manifest? It's because, we're seeing things from a different perspective. Again, perhaps reflecting on the behaviors of someone that we were dealing with, or again, aspects of the self that we need to change. It's also about indecision, sitting too long in limbo, trying to figure out what to do. Delays, and needing to see things from a different perspective. Something needs to change and need to reflect on things. So if you have been behaving this way, you need to reflect on it. And so they're saying a situation that could bear fruit if we change our viewpoints. Don't stay in victim mentality. Feeling like there's no movement or resolution, perhaps trying to come up with a way to have a resolution or forward movement in something. Putting off making a decision, stalling the inevitable even. It's also a loss of faith, which we need to restore. It's unwilling to compromise, acting selfish, disengaging. So either, again, we're needing to reflect on some behaviors that we're having that need to change. Or again, this is you just looking at something that you've been through with someone who's embodying these things. And again, we got to figure it out what we're doing. Stop stalling the inevitable, I guess. And why are we're needing to see stuff from a different perspective? Well, either again, we got manipulation here again. So King of Cups reverse and Magician reverse. This is like no bueno at all. Um, so again, if this is you, you're needing to really check yourself and figure out what's within you that's making you behave this way. You know, hurting other people, hurting yourself even. It's again, manipulation, poor planning, greed, deceit, trickery, cunning, mental confusion, untrustworthiness, a charmer, narcissistic, being out of touch with reality. Again, maybe need a reality check there, see things differently. It's confusion, impatience, lack of clear plan. You know, where are you focusing your energy? What are your objectives? How do you want others to see you? You know, do you want them to see you as a liar, manipulator? Again, oh, this is the person you're dealing with. Unable to manifest a skill to help you on your spiritual journey. Something you're needing to realize here in order to change things around for yourself. And the Ace of Swords is about clarity, victory, truth, wisdom. Situation whose potential is a double-edged sword. Again, you know, what does point B look like? If we're having to come clean on some stuff, or we're having to end situations, and again, that being one foot in the past or one foot in the future, or again, this limbo state or whatever it is, knowing that whatever move forward you make, you're fearing that it's going to have some repercussion somewhere. But it's necessary. It's necessary. It's the use of great power to further one's own ends. But it's not clear how the powers will be used or what it is you're trying to achieve. Again, perhaps needing to gain some clarity of what it is you want. You know, it's up to you, the bearer, to tap the potential of the sword that's beneficial for the greater good. Strength of the heart, mind, and will. It's also insight and clarity, aha moments, breakthroughs, a broader understanding, a new view, and perhaps because we're coming from the hangman, clearing the fog and cutting to the heart of the matter, time to act in order to accomplish goals. I mean, you got an Ace of Wands here and an Ace of Swords here. New ideas, inspiration, creative vision, seeking the truth or justice in a situation, something that we want to work in our favor. It's intellect, reasoning, again, strength. Why is this? Well, because of the Emperor in reverse. Emperor in the upright is, you know, structure, solid foundation, someone who's kind of rigid in their stance or behavior. Someone can come across as a little aloof, not too emotional, not too much into sharing their emotions. In reverse, it's domination, excessive control, rigidity, inflexibility. Again, maybe gaining some clarity, insight on how we've been behaving. Controlling, domineering, manipulative, pushing our own agendas. You know, as we have Five of Swords over here trying to one-up people, or again, doing whatever serves us and not caring about how it hurts other people. And again, so there could be some epiphanies going on here about past behaviors. Abuse of power, again, domineering and rigid in his thinking. It's also insecurity, therefore trying to be controlling. As I mentioned in the videos, we try to be controlling out of fear. You know, we want to make sure that we're safe by any means necessary, even if that means, you know, behaving like this. It's also a need to stand up to controlling figures. So if you were dealing with somebody like that, you're kind of realizing that you need to stand up for yourself. You need to have people respect your boundaries, or you need to respect people's boundaries too. Tired of being under the thumb, lack of self-control or ambition or ability to deal with, um, it says, authorities, or feeling like, maybe not like being told what to do, or feeling like you need to gain control or structure. An overbearing, abusive partner, someone who's stubborn. So again, these could be aspects of the self, or someone that you were dealing with. But there is a shift in perspective here that is needed, or that is being had. Clarity is being had, knowing that we need to make some new opportunities for ourselves if we want something to change. Trying to figure out how to do that. And then the Page of Wands in the reverse, it's setbacks, pessimism, lack of direction. Like, we're trying to get clear. Again, trying to figure out what we want to do. It's unsuccessful ventures, wrong approach, not leading to growth, not being focused enough, obstacles, lack of motivation, immaturity, immature behavior, low self-esteem, someone who can be mean-spirited or aggressive. Again, if you're domineering, if you're manipulative, trying to control things, entering into codependent situations, filling voids, meeting needs, like something's going on here. Lazy, if you're laying around doing nothing, nothing's all you got. Superficial, arrogant, unwilling to make an effort, uncooperative or impatient. Feeling helpless, always the victim, which undercuts your enthusiasm and self-confidence. Again, if we're sitting in the woe is me, it's everybody's fault but mine, why my life is the way it is. It's like, no, we're where we are because of our own actions and choices. There are fated events that happen, but there's plenty of free will after that. And those choices land us on the paths that we're on. But there's always opportunities to make different choices, to put ourselves on different paths. But again, perhaps there's been some setbacks, or we're unsure of what to do here. This is about strategy as well, the Seven of Swords. I'm trying to strategize on what to do because the approach that we've been taking hasn't been working, or again, unsuccessful ventures, again, doing things that we later regret. Now, if we're talking as far as the aggressive or domineering, manipulation, always the victim, again, using emotional manipulation to get what you want, making people feel sorry for you, or again, or somebody was doing this to you, this is being deceptive, trying to get away with stuff. And this is what's possibly caused, this was the wrong approach. Maybe we're trying to get out of a situation now that we've used this stuff in, and we're trying to figure out, again, that double-edged sword. It's like, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. But it's something that's necessary. So there is, in order to change a situation around, there's going to have to be shifts in perspective. There's going to have to be deep reflection. There's going to have to take strength and courage and optimism to move forward, strategizing truth, whether it's speaking the truth or embodying truth, just having integrity, kind of release and control a bit, or gain some self-control to get yourself focused, to get yourself on a path. Or again, this could be you or the person you're dealing with. But this is what's kind of going on for the month of June. So, looks like a heavy month. For sure. And the reason why this is happening is the Ace of Cups. Temperance reversed. Queen of Cups. The Five of Swords. So again, either somebody is feeling all out of whack because of a situation, or wanting to move towards love if we're trying to heal a situation, but our approach has been not so good, or the history of the relationship was not so good. But that's why we're trying to figure out a way on how to change this situation around. Ace of Cups is trusting one's intuition and heart to lead the way. Incarnation, spirit appearing in the material world. Again, it's an opportunity from the universe, possibly in love. It's awakening to the human spirit, a cup of love being offered to you, emotionally and spiritually. Or you're wanting to offer this cup to someone else. Fulfillment is there for the taking. Being a beginning of love, happiness, compassion, either friend or romance, positive energy between two people, new love, giving and receiving love on a new level, forgiveness, making peace, creative expression, allowing emotions to shine through, could indicate conception, pregnancy, birth of a new idea, or spark of inspiration, similar to here. So we got Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Swords. It's almost all the aces. So, passion, clarity, love, like these are all new opportunities, or opportunities that we're wanting to create after a lot of negativity here, for sure. Deceptions. And then Temperance is in reverse, is feeling imbalance, lack of long-term vision. Again, perhaps having regrets about our behaviors, reflecting on things. Maybe we were not thinking in the long term, so we did certain things that turned out to backfire on us. Feeling in conflict with oneself, not knowing how to go about getting this new love opportunity. Leaving the past to embrace the future. A lack of long-term vision and purpose, and a need for reflection. Again, as I mentioned here, somebody could be reflecting on a lot of stuff. And feeling stressed out, again, about how to go about manifesting after something that was not good. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Now this is either you or the person that you're trying to figure out how to come back together with. This is somebody who's intuitive. This is somebody who's loving, caring, giving, nurturing, compassionate, a good wife, a loving mother. It's about being emotionally secure within ourselves, even to overcome our fears or whatever, to do what we got to do. Someone who's admired for her fairness and honesty. A healer, a counselor, a psychic. It's a need to trust one's intuition, listen to the inner voice, a need to empathize with others, show compassion, support. Again, show compassion for yourself by not allowing yourself to be the casualty in someone else's war with themselves, and also not to leave casualties in the war with ourselves. You know, again, being able to empathize, be able to see things from different perspectives other than one's own. Um, it's also about receptivity, being receptive, hoping perhaps that someone will be receptive to us. And Five of Swords, it's the one-upman card. It's, you know, shady, shallow victories, situations where no one wins. You know, we may think we won, but we still lose because you've hurt other people, or possibly lost relationships, especially if this was the behavior down here. Um, Others may have lost faith in you. Again, this person that you might be trying to go back to, this new opportunity, a new start that you're trying to have with someone, but maybe again there's no trust in you. There's no faith that you could be any different. Or this is again you feeling this way about somebody else. It's a need to compromise, to try to see eye to eye with others. Um, Possible future struggles that you might not be aware of. It's also ambition, but not in a negative sense. So again, be prepared for point B. Um, Price of winning was not worth the reward. You know, so if you were behaving in this way before, and you thought that you were coming out on top initially, but in the end it backfired, um, and you realize that it wasn't worth what you lost. It's also about betrayal, unfaithfulness, jealousy, defeat. So again, if this is you, Cancer, you better check yourself, because this is not a way to be or to treat people. And if you were dealing with someone like that, then hopefully you've learned a lesson and you're seeing things from a different perspective, and you know what you deserve, what you want, you know, what you'll deal with and what you won't deal with anymore in regards to other people. You know, it's about having boundaries and also not overstepping boundaries, not taking advantage of people or letting people take advantage of you. You know, so we don't end up treating people like this, or feeling, you know, betrayed and hurt by somebody who was calculating, manipulating, controlling. And what is Cancer thinking, feeling, doing, wanting to do is communication, loss, love, the Lady. So either you're wanting to have a conversation with someone in regarding to, you know, what's happened, discussing your feelings with somebody who, like the Queen of Cups, the Lady, is somebody who is everything that you could want in a partner. Or again, if you were on the receiving end of this bad behavior, This is, you trying to use your intuition in regards to love and what happened here. Getting clear, perhaps, and having discussions with whoever you were dealing with. And there's also confusion, wisdom, deception, and diligence. So uncertainty, obviously needing clarity, trying to use wisdom gained from this experience in regards to deception. Also being honest with ourselves in regards to either who we were dealing with or our behaviors. Get learning from that. And then the diligence, it reminds me of the Eight of Pentacles. It's like putting in work and effort. So again, perhaps someone is confused, if they put in work and effort, if something can change in a situation, or if something is worth the effort. And then we have doubt, change, truth, and hidden enemy. So again, maybe we're doubtful if anything will change, if we speak a truth, or you're wondering if somebody else will change, if they're honest or trustworthy, or if they're still, someone who's shady and can't be trusted. Or again, this is you wondering if anything will change if you reveal the truth about your deceptions. If you come from behind the curtain there and put in some effort, apply the wisdom that you learned, get out of confusion, make a decision, get some clarity, say what you got to say, follow your intuition. And then we have growth, new beginnings, solitude, and spiritual. So again, wondering if there's growth potential, wondering if there's a possibility of new beginnings, wondering if maybe we're going to end up alone. Or we're trying to reflect on things. Again, follow our guidance, our spiritual guidance. A spiritually based relationship, if this is a soulmate situation, reflecting on how to get that back. It's interesting because you can even read it across here: communication, confusion, doubt, growth. We're confused if anything will change, if we speak up, or if we have spoken to somebody. Loss, wisdom, change, new beginnings. Again, realizing what we've lost, wondering if anything can change, wondering if there can be new beginnings. Love, deception, truth, solitude. Again, reflecting on things, revealing truths about deceptions and love. Or even in regards to maybe hiding the way that we feel. The lady, diligence, hidden enemy, spiritual. So this is either you or following one's intuition, if something's worth the effort, or if somebody's still shady. Again, trying to follow our guidance. So you can read it all different ways. It definitely feels like an undertaking. Let's see. Let's see what else we get here. Whoa. Temperance reversed. We have La Costanza, but in the reverse, it's about constancy. Like nothing changes, or being able to persevere and keep going, but it was in the reverse. So the temperance in reverse, again, wondering. wondering if anything will change, wondering if you can keep going, and not feeling like you can, not feeling like something can be saved, perhaps, or just feeling this way in ourselves, feeling just like we can't manifest, feeling stuck between the rock and the truth. Oof, there's some little Nemiko. Shady behaviors, like I said. So either this is you, unsure if you can recover a situation or keep going in the situation. Again, some people are stuck in codependent things and trying to get out of that and trying to go back to other people or whatever it is, the situation here. Um, somebody is not being, somebody's being shady, basically. That's for sure. Somebody's definitely done some lying, some scheming, some emotional manipulation, some entering into relationships under false pretenses, just to have voids filled and needs met, and now looking to get out of situations or heal situations. Like it's like there's a mess that needs to be cleaned up here. If we're wanting to, but again, the as in the weekly showed, truth will set you free. It's all this lying, all this scheming, all this hiding, all this stuff that is really wreaking havoc in oneself, in one's relationships, and like losing people. If you're the one that's behaving this way, or again, or dealing with people like this, but this is definitely. I've never seen so many enemy cards on one reading. It's insanity to me. All of these here are all bad, bad, bad. So down here too. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Five of swords. Five of swords. Foolish repeating cycles. Again, perhaps found ourselves in another karmic situation, just repeating cycles. It always ends up the same because, again, maybe we're entering into situations behaving in this way, treating people as ends to means, lying, scheming, hiding things, our true motives or intentions or agendas or whatever it is, and it ends up backfiring on us. It's like we keep asking ourselves, how do I keep ending up in this situation or in these relationships? Because, well, the common denominator is you or the person type of people that you're choosing. And that's brokenness only attracts brokenness. And we find ourselves repeating things. And again, finding ourselves hurting people over and over again. Losing out, losing relationships because of shady behaviors. Mm-mm. Jeez. And then we have Lanemika in the reverse. That's like somebody who's, holding on to the pains of what's happened to them. Or it's somebody who's where if we're repeating something, then again, we're repeating shady behavior, one where we're being not on the up and up with somebody. We find ourselves repeating cycles, hurting people, or people are afraid of repeating cycles, getting hurt again, dealing with. Oy. Queen of Cups, all in the reverse. La Superbia in the reverse, La Conversación in the reverse, and Messengeri in the reverse. So again, it's like lack of communication, poor communication, no communication, delayed communication because we're stuck in our ego and fearing things, fearing communication, you know, with this person because of some past behaviors. Or again, this is you trying to get in balance with yourself, knowing what you want, what you don't want anymore, and trying to make peace with this information that you now have. Let me see. Again, on the Temperance reverse, a La Costanza. Torment, instability, storm, violence, anger, wreckage. It's like something that ended badly because of somebody's shady behavior with an enemy up there. Or feeling angry about somebody's behavior. And then the La Conversación in reverse, lack of communication, again, change, arguments. Maybe you're fighting with people or you're wanting things to change. You know, there's no talking with this person now, but you're wanting things to change. Messengeri, that's a message from a distance. In the reverse, it's like delayed communication. Again, La Superbia is vanity, arrogance, ego, pride, self-importance, being arrogant, pretentious. You know, it's in the reverse. So again, letting one's pride and ego keep us from saying what we want to say to the Queen of Cups, perhaps delaying talks because we know that we weren't very nice. Now, and again, I mentioned about repeating cycles, finding oneself repeating things, regression, relapse. Now the joy. And what is Spirit's advice for you? It is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Let your friends help you. Oops. Oh, and then we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction and chemistry to keep this relationship going. Now, if this is somebody you were dealing with and you're trying to move on to something else, you know, and again, you're just re-going over everything in your mind. Know that if you're leaving something behind, something better will come, something that was worth waiting for. Again, maybe you had to go through something in order for something else to come in. And perhaps, obviously, with all this lying and deceiving and all this stuff and unrequited love, is definitely nobody was showing any love when they were behaving that way. You know, or if you were behaving this way and you really have kind of been looking at yourself and knowing you got to change or something, then you're needing to make some effort. You know, have the talks, clear the air, come clean. You know, figure it out. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others Seek some advice from people. If you're looking to change your life around, don't be afraid to ask. Or if you're done with a situation and you want to move on, let your friends help you. Maybe you'll meet somebody else out there. And then we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So again, somebody's got to do some talking here, because it looks there's been a lot of damage done, for sure. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I mean, healing this family, healing what's in us that makes us behave this way, or that attracts these kind of people. It's the healing those childhood wounds so that we can do better, be better, and get out of this kind of stuff. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life, either the person you're dealing with or you or both. And codependency can be our own stinking thinking, our own lack of belief in ourselves and needing to get control of ourselves and staying in the woes and drowning our sorrows. It's avoiding looking in the mirror, being honest, staying in codependent relationships, again, relationships that are based in deception, because we're only there to have voids filled because we're afraid of being alone or get our bills paid or whatever it is, but it's not based in love. So it's a needing to get out of that, because that's not, it's not something that's based in truth. It's based in low vibration stuff, in wounding and brokenness and fear and stuff that needs to be healed. So we're needing to heal thyself. And then we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So again, I get so like, when I get the cards that talk about, forgiveness and give your relationship a chance, and then there's all this deception. It's like, how? Why? Why advise? But again, do what's best for you. Know with what you're dealing with, because with all this stuff up here, you're definitely dealing with somebody who's could be narcissistic, and that's a dangerous thing to be involved in. It can destroy you, for sure. So again, always be aware, know with what you're dealing with, and if you're behaving this way, you need to seriously work on yourself, because you're destroying people's lives, including your own. So if you're wanting to really put in the work and heal yourself and change, then you're going to need to do that. Put in the work, heal yourself, and change. If you're wanting to try to give something else a chance again, or even entering into anything new, heal yourself, heal before you deal, as they say. If you're a mess, then don't be bringing your mess to other people. You shouldn't be entering into relationships at low points, because again, you're not coming from a whole place. You're coming from a broken place, and those situations are always karmic, and they're always temporary, and they always mostly don't end well. So, you know what I'm saying? And then we have here the cosmos, creativity and vastness. We have that in the challenge position. Sisters of the seasons, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order in the ally position. And the ice queen in the challenge position. Ideas reserved, non-action, and entitlements. Thinking we entitled. Now, Cosmos 41. This is there's some heavy energy on this frame table today. 41. Oh, it's ally all the time. Doesn't matter if it's reversed or not. The cosmos appears always as an ally and never as a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity in the vastness of energetic exchange of consciousness, influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious, with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others, from an individual level to a global one. Again, our words and actions don't just affect us, they affect other people. That's why be wary of the energy that you bring. If you're in chaos, you're only going to add chaos to someone else's life. And beware of the energy that you allow in. Don't let chaos in, because you'll become imbalanced, to say the least. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful if your thoughts and actions both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action towards your goals as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all you create. You know, we have here the creation here, the Ace of Wands. So, you know, get active. Get active in investing in yourself. Again, like I said, healing yourself. Instead of looking for the one, learn how to become the one. Then you'll attract the one. Again, two broken halves don't make a whole. So if you went through something that looked pretty traumatic here, live and learn, you know, and perhaps if you're, I said, if you're dealing with a narcissist, you better keep it moving. You better just let it go. Let your friends help you find the one. Again, get creative. Get co-creative in your own life. Manifesting your own dreams. And the Sisters of the Seasons, number 17. Sisters of the Seasons meet you on your path. They remind you that everything has a natural rhythm that obeys a higher law. Just as the seasons magically pass, be reminded that the nature of birth, growth, harvest, and decay cannot be altered. So if you keep on your path with determination and discernment, allowing for the natural course of events to unfold, success is assured. Divine appropriate timing is guiding your desires into perfect manifestation form. I was going to say porn. Well, that is a slip up if I ever heard. This is a very good period to start new things as you've moved out of winter into the beginning of spring. So like the Ace of Wands, right? Continue with patience and be aware of the rhythms of your opportunities. There will be periods when things slow down and begin anew. Move into fruition and then slow down again in a never-ending natural flow. Be mindful of which sister greets you, for she points directly at the next. Again, reason, season, lifetime, people, knowing which is which, you know, also allowing things that no longer serve us to fall away. Allow those seasons to end. Embrace new beginnings. Embrace change. Don't be fearful of it. You know, be a person of integrity. Speak truth. Be clear in your intentions. You know, no manipulation. Get oneself into balance. Say something if you got to say something. Apply wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And then the Ice Queen, 28. In the Challenger. When the Ice Queen comes to challenge you, she asks you to look at the illusion of ownership. Do you believe you truly own anything in this world? For example, do any of us really own land? Do we own ideas? Or is it that we simply lay claim to something we believe we're entitled to? Even inspiration is borrowed from spirit and shared all in the field of divine consciousness that permeates everything. Others have thought of even your most ingenious ideas somewhere else in time. And so what? Life incarnate is short. When you transition, you take nothing with you from the material world. The Ice Queen calls upon you to release your hold on your relationships, your belongings, your home, and all aspects of your life. Let life flow as it will. Everything is impermanent once you recognize that everything is seen as the living miracle that it really is, and you won't be frozen into self-induced limitations. It's time to let go of ownership in general and be grateful for and enjoy what you've been gifted with. This includes ownership of that stinking thinking, belief systems that that are not serving us, creating self-induced limitations. And know that the change is inevitable and change is necessary. And if you don't constantly aren't always working on yourself and evolving and changing, you're staying stuck and stagnant, and you're staying in repeated cycles, and you're finding yourself in the same situations over and over again. Different people, same scenario, same common denominator is thyself. So again, reflect. And the higher message involved is health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. This is the health of our relationships. This is our own health, mental and emotional well-being, physical health. So again, this is about healing the self, healing relationships, allowing for healing miracles by being optimistic. I expect good things to happen, and they do. Again, seeing the reason why all things happen, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's about lessons, it's about learning, it's about growing, and it's about being able to see different perspectives, different people's points of view, have compassion for others, for ourselves as we're even learning on our journeys, and to still somehow find optimism, keep going. And then we have Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with the situation. Jesus, of course, is about, unconditional love, forgiveness, compassion. Try to embody these things in this situation. Again, to allow for healing, to allow for transformation, and again, have compassion. If you're the one wreaking havoc in people's lives, stop doing that. And stop doing that to yourself. Or if you're allowing these types, don't allow it. Have boundaries. I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. Again, what you allow, you will get. So have boundaries. Self-love, self-respect, first and foremost. Also, respect other people's boundaries. Don't be a person who uses, abuses, and abandons. You treats people as means to an end. Takes more than you give. Like understanding about healthy boundaries, fairness in relationships, and love. Love is the answer to all my questions. Love of self, first and foremost, because if you don't love yourself, you're going to attract people that don't love you either. Or you're going to attract, negative things in your life. Love thyself. And if you need to express some love, be expressive. You got to give in order to get, right? And then be committed. Marriage. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. This is just about being committed to yourself, being committed to your healing, being committed to your path, being committed to your relationship. Or whichever one you're looking to commit to. Again, being committed. Committed to growth, to expansion, etc. And be devoted, committed, devoted, optimistic. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I'm clear about what to do next. Again, whatever passion you pursue, whatever truth or clarity you get, be devoted to that. You get a move on. You get 3 aces on the table here. Again, about wisdom and clarity and truth, following our passions, finding inspiration to keep moving forward, opportunities and love. Again, it's all here for the taking, but you got to be the one to invest in that. And if that means cutting out people who are liars, deceivers, cheaters, whatever, do that. Or if you're looking to turn your life around from behaving in this manner, you're going to have to be devoted. Again, to committed to your values, have integrity, have values, have morals, have standards, have goals, have, you know what I'm saying? And then you figure out what to do. And then God, I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me in this situation. This is again about seeing the higher perspective. Let go and let God. Not let go and not do nothing, but let go of the outcome, but do what you got to do, and be happy with whatever that presents itself to you. Don't be attached to the form it takes. Just know that you are loved, you are watched over, the universe is rooting for you, even the sinners. They're always hoping for people to get the lessons and to find their way back to truth, and self-love and self-respect, and love and compassion for other people. Like this is the journey, that what you should be going towards. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already, and leave comments, etc. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.